Hey, this is Scott, and it's my first video log. Um, Wanted to start trying to do something like this to kind of record my progress for my arm injury. About 2 months ago now, I was in an accident with my mountain bike. I took a hill wrong, got thrown from the bike and landed on my shoulder, and I broke the humerus bone, which is like this bone in your arm that connects into your shoulder. The ball that kind of connects it into the shoulder joint got broken off, and like all the bone in the arm got shattered into pieces. So about a week after the accident, I got a pretty major surgery done, which put metal plate in my arm and screwed all the pieces together and put a little metal sheath around the little shards to kind of hold everything together. And basically, I've been kind of stuck since then in a sling. The sling has been like the way to kind of hold everything stable against my body, and I had that on from the time of the surgery until a couple days ago. A few days ago, I had another appointment. The doctor looked at the X-rays, and they it looked good enough that he wanted me to start trying to stretch out my arm a little bit outside of the sling. The bones aren't healed up together yet. He can see a little bit of bone growth, but he says it's still possible that they're not going to be able to heal. We won't know that for a few months. If they can't heal, I'll probably end up needing to get a shoulder replacement surgery, which I'm not looking forward to. So basically, what I can do now is very small movements with my arm to try to stretch things out, but I can barely do anything. I can move it maybe half an inch from my body with its, under its own power. It's pretty much just useless at this point. I can use my other arm and kind of pull it in different directions, but there's like no strength there right now. It's going to be a very, very long recovery process, and I'll never be back to 100%. I've been trying to stretch it out since I've been allowed to, and it feels good to get it out of the sling, but at the same time it kind of feels vulnerable being out of it. I can still put it on if I need to, but it's been good to have the additional freedom that goes with having the sling off. One big thing with that is in my state, you're not allowed to drive if you have a sling on. So for the last 2 months, I've been stuck not being allowed to drive myself anywhere. Not that I really feel like going anywhere for the most part. Usually I'm just lying down or sitting. But now that the sling's off, I'm allowed to drive. I've made one trip so far, and it's very hard to drive though. I have to use my good arm, my left arm now, to turn the key in. I have to reach underneath the steering wheel to try to reach where I can put the key in. I have to reach all the way across my body and try to get the gear shifter to put it in to drive. Luckily, I sold my stick shift car last year, because if I still had that, I'd be totally screwed. Now I have an automatic, so it makes my life so much easier right now. I don't know what I'd be doing if I had that stick shift still. So I can drive with one hand because I drove stick for so long. When you're driving stick, you almost always have to just drive with your left hand. So I'm not too worried about turning or moving around or not being safe, but it's just inconvenient. But I'm not complaining. It's way better than how it was, where I was kind of just stuck at home all the time. I'm not planning on making a lot of trips or long trips, but being able to run over to the grocery store when I need something is going to be huge. That's really the main thing. Or if I really need something to eat and I can't cook, because I can't really cook. I can microwave something, but I can't do anything that requires like stirring. Not very easily. I mean, it's difficult. I kind of have to like sit down and put the bowl or something like on my lap and try to stir. I mean, it's ridiculous. can't do that with like a frying pan or something. So I've been just mostly microwave foods. So maybe one of these days I'll be able to run into drive-in or something like that. And drive through, whatever. And that's going to be a big help for me. I've been working remotely. My job's been very, very cooperative with this whole process. They let me work from home using a laptop, which I can't express how thankful I am for that. Getting dressed is such a challenge with only one good arm. My girlfriend has to help me pull my shirts up over my body. I have to kind of put one arm in first, ease the shirt up over my arm, and pull things over. I end up wearing these, muscle shirts most of the time because they're the easiest thing to get on and off. And I can't wear this to work, I wear like shorts. I'm wearing basketball shorts with like an elastic band to go to work. I'm usually able to wear jeans, but being unable to really easily zip them up or button them or work a belt or any of that stuff. It's hard to do any of that stuff with one arm. Right? And getting my right arm, even though it's out of the sling now, getting it in the right position without being able to move it, it's just a pain. Everything's difficult. Even the things you take for granted that are so trivial, it's all difficult now. So, I'm very thankful I can work from home, and I can't do everything. I'm an IT consultant. I can do my consulting for the most part. If I position the laptop in a way that I can type with both hands, usually. So I can still type pretty quickly. I can do what I need to do. It's difficult to use the mouse with my left hand. The trackpad, be accurate with it. It's not that easy, but I'm able to do it. And most of my work is through email, answering people's questions, or I remotely connect into machines and servers and remotely work. And make some phone calls here and there. What I can't do is part of what I would normally be doing, where I'm moving computers around, or carrying equipment from one place to another, which if I was working in the office right now, I wouldn't be able to do that either. I really can only do the stuff that I'm able to. Pretty much the stuff I would be able to do if I'm there is the same kind of stuff I can do here. I really wouldn't be able to run around and carry things and install new equipment and that sort of thing. One of our users needed to get a projector installed. Well, I don't know if I'll ever be able to lift my right arm over my head again to install something on a ceiling. It's very possible. It's probably very likely that I'll never be able to lift my arm like that. The doctor says, he thinks that I should hopefully someday get movement like up to here, So, maybe like that. But that's it's not the same, and it's gonna be a challenge for that kind of stuff forever probably. So working from home, they're getting about as much productivity as I can do, and everyone's been super helpful. People are covering for me in the things that I can't do, and they're being very patient, cooperative. I just can't thank them enough. The one main problem that also is preventing me from being able to get back into the office, besides not being able to get dressed, and just the difficulties and extra time it takes just to do anything. But since my accident, I've not had one good night's sleep. I have trouble getting to sleep in the first place. I just can't find a way that I'm lying that's comfortable. And then when I am asleep, I never stay asleep for long. I get up like 5 5 o'clock, 5:30 every day, just just from pain, and that's not how it used to be. I would normally sleep till like 7, rush around to get to work at 8, and it's I don't get those nights of sleep anymore. I'm constantly tired throughout the day. If I when I eat lunch, I usually end up having a little nap. It's very difficult to do anything when you're so tired all the time. So, hopefully, hopefully I'll see some progress now that I'm out of the sling. Hopefully that the muscles maybe will start strengthening up again. Maybe give me some stability in my arm, and maybe it won't hurt so much when I'm trying to lie down. I don't have any reason to think that that's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. And if I, start feeling a little bit better, then, hopefully I can maybe start going into work. I'd rather be in the office, I think. At least sometimes. I mean, I have to jump through some hoops to do things remotely. But, I feel bad too. But I know, like, the only reason I'm making any of the progress I'm making is because I'm being very careful. I'm trying to, anyway. I have accidents around the house. Just walking around the house yet a couple days ago, I fell walking up the stairs. I slipped on something and caught myself on the railing with my good arm, but it hurt like so bad. Your whole body tenses up, and I was in pain for quite a while after that. Even right now, I have ice in my shoulder. I woke up in really bad pain today, and it's been pretty bad. So, I've been keeping the ice today. So, it's every day's a challenge, but I'm hopeful that we'll see some progress here, and we'll see how it goes. So, what I can do from the doctor is make small movements. He wants me to do these little exercises where I kind of like have my arm hang in there and like make some circles with it. Maybe use my good arm and like raise it up a bit. So I'm trying to do those, and right now there's not much progress, but it's only been a couple days since I've been allowed to do that. So we'll see how it goes. So anyway, that's kind of just a basic update right now. It's July 10th, so it's about 7 weeks since my accident. So we'll see what kind of progress I make from here.